Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen up here in the booth. Should be a good matchup here, Greg. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
You know, some weeks, Mike, it just seems like you just can't do anything wrong. Every play, every throw, it just seems like everything goes your way, and that was certainly the case last week, throwing for over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Tell you what, his receivers, they're coming into every game saying, we're going to get a lot of opportunities, and their quarterback can continue to play at that high of a level. There's a lot of production to go around.
Second down and 8. A tight end in motion now. They'll stick with him again. And nothing doing on that run. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. We have an early third down coming up.
Clearly the plan on offense was to establish the run a little bit on this drive, Mike, but the defense is having none of it. First and second down stop, no gain. Now it brings up a third and long. We'll see if they try something else. This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. He'll drop the throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll look to throw. Thrown left side. The catch is made. Here's second and 2. Handoff here, up the middle. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down. Now, faking the give. Open man, left side. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Finding room to the 20. And he's going to take this all the way home. Touchdown, Chiefs. It's his 4th touchdown on the year.
It's not often in the NFL, Mike, that we see a run play result in a touchdown of this length. A lot of things have to go right. The right look by the defense, executing by the offensive line and all of your blockers. And then sometimes it's just, I got a better guy with the ball in my hand than you do on defense. And I think all of those things here were at play and results in a big touchdown.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Steelers offense and their running back set to go once more. He's run well here in the first half of the season, as you see there. He's the NFL's rushing leader coming into this weekend. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
At the 44-yard line.
Now give on the ground. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
At the 46-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
He'll look to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And that's exactly what they did here. And there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Here comes 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment, defense. Still 3rd down.
So now, following the penalty, they're only going to need a yard. It is 3rd and 1. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's their punter now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Out of the gun. He'll throw. Quick throw, taken in. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted.
think he chalked this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is, how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again?
The Steelers' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Back to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. 7-0 is our score. And we're back to the Steel City after this. Five yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Steelers will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been doing it through the air and on the ground this first month of the season. Currently leading the NFL in rush yards by a quarterback. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And That's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he's going to have the first down yardage across the 50 to the 48.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
First and 10 now from the 36. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
He'll go left side here and complete this one. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. Back to the air one more time. This one complete to Washington. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with first and goal. They'll look to throw yet again. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him. And instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
First down was not very good. Here's second and goal. He'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, KC.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. He's got it, and the Chiefs will move out to a 14-7 lead.
14, Steelers 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. First and 10. The Steelers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again here. Second and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
On comes the punter now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there.
At their own 49-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after first down, they find themselves in second and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Up the middle they go. Finding room across midfield. And he'll be brought down, but what a run. Down to the 40.
This is a combination of footwork and vision. His ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
From the gun, here's a handoff, and he'll get this one across midfield. Brought down after a pickup of a half dozen. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Third and long. They'll look to throw. Now, he'll air one out. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The extra point, up and good. And the Chiefs will take a 21-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. A gain there of 15. That's a Steeler first down. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
At the Chiefs' 31-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Now return coming from the 7. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Chiefs offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. A shotgun snap. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Having a dominant pass rush so often translates to wins. But that's hardly been the case here, Mike, and they're able to add another sack to their total before half, and that's great. But somehow they still find themselves trailing, and that's the only thing that matters.
They don't want a repeat of first down, so they'll keep it on the ground now. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we reach halftime, and the visitors, the Chiefs, out on top, as we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. These two teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. A safe kick taken at the 5. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll take this up, working towards the first down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the first down. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
What that play call tells me is that play caller made up his mind. We're on 3rd and inches. If we don't get it, we're going for it on 4th down. So he really treated that 3rd down like 2nd down. They work the outside part of the field. Simple pitch and catch. It's a nice pickup.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he's close to the first down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up 3rd down. 3rd and a yard. Open man, left side. He's got it. He's going to have the first down. That one good for 9, and the drive continues.
And the first down, Chiefs.
They'll motion a tight end right. To the air now on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. He pulls it in around the 5. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Chiefs.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. The extra point is good. And the Chiefs will extend this 3rd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Steelers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Back to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to be brought down at the 27, but that's enough. First down as they do it on the ground.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
His throw left side is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
At the Chiefs' 22-yard line.
Now someone up front moves early. Can't continue to make these mistakes if you're trying to mount a big comeback. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. 3rd and 9.
Gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
It's 4th down.
Now Mike Tomlin going to send out the field goal unit. Officially, this will be a 43-yarder. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers are back within 2 scores.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now they'll run. It's a counter. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch. Stays in bounds. And he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they fight.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short, and now it's 4th down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
A return now from the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense ready to get back to work. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. This drive will start on the ground. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They pick him up and throw him down for a loss.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. And that is incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
That one intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The Chiefs offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time. They've dominated the proceedings here in the 4th quarter. Here's a run going left. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. Thrown left side. The catch is made. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chiefs will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And no chance to turn and go That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. In trouble, and down he goes.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It makes sense to try to push the ball downfield, Mike, and go to the air when you find yourself trailing by this deficit. But it also makes you very predictable. You see the defense, they're in nickel personnel, extra defensive backs on the field. It gets that much harder to throw when the defense knows it's coming.
They face 2nd down and 7. Now a give up the middle. And he moves down to the 25. That's good enough for a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. And their 1st down, Chiefs.
They'll stay on the ground. He's to the 10. And they finally get him down, but not before he brings it to the 4-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
On 2nd down, they run the counter. That play may have taken a little bit too long to develop. It's no gain. He's back at the 4-yard line. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, KC. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Point after, coming up here. It's up and through. And the Chiefs will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete. Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete.
Not exactly the type of drive to write home about, Mike. 3 passes, 3 incompletions, no yards gained. And I really can't blame any of these fans who have continued to voice their frustration, especially after that last series of play calls.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Quickly to the outside and complete.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The visitors' offense headed back to take over once more. They start with the lead and the football, and they do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Kansas City. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. Greg, in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Makes the score Chiefs 48, Steelers 13.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense getting set to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
He'll drop the throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. That is a big-time play for the Steelers. It's a gain of 34. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame. This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring...
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
The Steelers going to send out their field goal unit here. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Steelers will cut into that lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The visitors' offense and their running back set to go once more. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll begin here on the ground. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. They're able to build on the solid performance of a week ago, and they make it 2 in a row with the victory here in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.